All right, now that we have an extrusion, I'm going to show you how to turn that into a 3-view technical drawing. Before you can start your drawing, you have to make sure that your part is saved. So I'm not on a school computer, so I'm just going to kind of show you. But when you're on a school computer, you have to make sure that either you're signed into your Google Drive and they're saving it to your Google Drive, or you're saving it to your H Drive, which tech tells me will be going away at the end of January. So eventually you're just going to have to save anything into your Google Drive. So I'm clicking on Save As, and in my case, I'm on my own personal computer, so it's giving me the choice of anything I want. You guys are going to be on laptops, so it's going to tell you that it can't find your auto file, and you're going to have to click OK, and then you're going to click OK again, and then you're going to open up this little drop down menu, and if you go all the way to the bottom, you should see the link to your H drive. So I'm just going to save it into my documents, and I'm going to make a separate folder called schools. Oops. Cool stuff. I'm going to label it, put it in there. Now it's really important that you rename your parts. Don't call it part 5. Not going to help you find it later on when you need it. So I'm naming mine rectangular wing. You should actually put your name and your partner's name in your file name. That way, when you submit your cut file, it'll have your guys' names in the name so that it does not confuse Miss Thompson when she's trying to cut your files. Notice that now down here in the corner, it's changed the name of that tab from part 5 to rectangular wing. All right, so now I'm going to go up here to the file tab. I'm going to click new, and I'm going to pick drawing. I'm going to use a template. Now this template automatically shows up as a full-size D blueprint paper. We're going to be printing these on Miss Thompson's normal office LaserJet. So the first thing we need to do is edit the sheet. So I'll show you again what I did. I hovered over the little box in front of sheet 1. I'm right clicking and I'm clicking on edit sheet. So A size paper, you'll notice, is 8.5 by 11. That's normal printer paper. So I'm going to click OK, and it's automatically going to change the size of the paper. Now I've got a very large title block on here, so we're going to right click on that, delete that, and then we're going to open up our drawing resources, open up our title blocks. We're going to double click on there to get that on the A title block there. All right, so now we have our paper ready to go. Now we just need to put our pictures on there. So we're going to start with what's called the base view. So when I click on base view, it's going to automatically go and find my open part because I already have it open. If I didn't have it open, I would click on this little box in front of that, and it would take me to my documents, and then I could scroll through there and find whatever part I was looking for. It's automatically picking a scale for me of 1/2. I could change that if I wanted to. I don't usually change it. Why isn't it letting me drag this? I'm gonna drag this around. I'm going to put it down here just above the title block. Now, you want the front view to be the first view that you place. And if you picked the right plane to start your sketch on, it'll automatically do that for you. If you didn't, you're going to have to scroll around your little view box here until you get the front, what's really the front view of your glider facing forward. Once you have that done, you can just click OK. Now the next thing we're going to do is what are called the projected views. So we've started with one view, we're going to get all the rest of the views from that one view. So I clicked on the projected view block there. Now I'm going to click on my base view, and that's the view I want to project from. And then I'm going to pull up here and left click, and then I'm going to pull up here to the corner. I'm going to left click, and then I'm going to pull off to the side over here, and I'm going to left click. Then I'm going to right click and create. So it's now made all of my views for me in one like quick little swoop. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is annotate. So if you look up here, there's a tab that says annotate. And this is where we're going to find our extension dimension lines and the text tool for labeling all of our title block. So to use the dimension tool, you click on the tool and you can either click on a line. I keep hitting the wrong part of my trackpad here and pull it down. Now notice this, if I click on this line, it's only going to give me this partial one. So in this case, I'm going to click on this endpoint and this endpoint and pull it out, and it's going to give me the dimension all the way across. Now I can also do this line if I really want to. Okay. Now, as I'm using the dimension tool, notice that it'll show you like a little symbol that's like the whole entire line, or if you come over here, it'll turn into a point. You can also do angles. So over here on the side view, if I click this line and then I click this line, notice now it's turned into an angle tool. And now it's telling me instead of the measurement of lines, what the distance of the number of degrees of the angle. So I just throw that in here as like a little extra. So you're going to want to do dimensions in at least two directions. Now notice it's getting that center line. It's not giving me the entire line there. So I'm going to have to instead use 2 points on this part because I can't really figure out where I'm clicking in the three-dimensional scope of that front view. And then this is this way. To get the vertical, again, I'm probably going to have to click between the two lines. And because I'm a little cattywampus, that's a little angled there, but you get the point. So we only extension dimension the front, top, and side views, not the orthogonal view. This like three-dimensional one's called the orthogonal view. So you want to have kind of the measurements of all the important pieces in at least two different directions. So I should probably do this line here too. Whoops. Again, I'm clicking in the wrong spot. So I can't see that whole line. Yep. Nope, it's giving me. Hold on, I get the dimension tool here. I lost it. There we go. All right, so now we got all the important lines here. So the next thing we're going to do is fill out the title block. So up in the top here, I clicked on the text tool. Hold on, I'll go back. I clicked on the text tool, and then I'm clicking in this first box here. It's opening up a text box for me. So this first one is going to have you and your partner's names. The second one is going to be the project name. Notice that it already has the scale and the sheet number in the title block, but it does not have the tolerance. So you're going to have to add that here. Remember, the tolerance is going to be the smallest unit of measurement of your measuring tools. And there you go. Now to print this, you're going to have to make sure that you have the STEMlab printer loaded. If you don't, myself or one of the peer tutors can help you with that. And then you'll just print this on regular paper to the STEMlab printer. After printing this, your next job is going to be to make your cut file. Now, before you close out, make sure that you save your drawing as well. This isn't like stuff on Google. It's not going to auto save. So you've got to actually save it yourself.